Hi, my name is Liz Gattaco. I'm a librarian and a storyteller and the author of Up Fairy Tales, Sinful Cinderellas, Prince Alarmings, and other timeless classics. During the last 2 centuries, fairy tales were rebranded as moral tales for children, at least in much of Europe and America. In reality, since storytelling was once a primary form of entertainment for all ages, there are many fairy tales and folk tales that explore adult relationships and situations. That's what my collection Up Fairy Tales celebrates. Fairy tales for the reader that's been around the block a few times, who's seen some and can laugh about it, who's got a lot more on their plate than figuring out what to wear to some Nebo baby's ball. Part 1 is Up Family Trees. This section explores the baggage our parents foisted upon us through the fairy tale form. Some of the baggage is quite dark, like the Juniper Tree, which takes the drama of blending families to the homicidal extreme, or Donkey Skin, which takes the concept of daddy's little girl a little too far. Other tales explore everyday topics like figuring out how to feed your children in cked and finding true happiness with a found family, such as one Chilean Snow White does. Part 2, Swipe Right to Your Happy Ending, features fairy tales showcasing the funny and traumatic side of dating. Maybe you were manipulated by a partner more interested in shaping you into his own image than getting to know the real you, like the paramours in South Africa's Cameo of the River. Maybe you joined 23andMe so you wouldn't accidentally date a cousin, or maybe you discovered your partner's secret family there. According to fairy tales from Vietnam and Palestine, both of those situations could have been way worse. Part 3, So, You Married an Animal, explores a relationship drama told through Beauty and the Beast stories. Humanity's tendency to anthropomorphize animals is not just limited to the unfairly mocked furry community. Many of us find Disney's Robin Hood weirdly sexy. Some of us let our dogs kiss us on the mouth. I'm looking at you. Mudang stole our hearts faster than any human meme. And since folks of the past were a lot more like us than we tend to imagine, there are loads of fairy tales working out domestic bliss, or lack thereof, through bestial relationships. Violence is the theme of Part 4, What's Your Body Count? In Scotland, they have a lady giant killer named Molly Whoopie who gets a little too into her murderous hobby. Hans Christian Andersen showed off his Looney Tunes taste for hijinks in Big Klaus and Little Klaus. We meet a Cinderella with gory revenge on her mind in Korea. Italy has a 17th century predecessor of The Substance, and Kill Bill fans will love Germany's The Maid of Wildenlow. The book ends with Crappily Ever After, a selection of scatological anxieties and fairy tales. The humiliation of passing gas in front of a crowd shows up in Arabian Nights. A folktale from Japan features a wife who pisses off her husband in the true sense of the term. Peru dishes out a revenge tale best served in an outhouse, and you'll read how powerful a woman's period can be in central India. So don't judge a kid for his taste in Captain Underpants. There is a long tradition of bodily humor in folklore for adults who are supposed to know better. The Fairy Tales is part humor book, part folklore study, and a love letter to a genre that raised me and continues to provide a lot of bibliotherapy in my middle age. I am really proud of it, and I hope readers fall in love with its stories too.